9:50 KOA News Time, 12:02. I'm Joe Chiuro.
Many a midnight has come and gone.
You may want to find a way to cool off this weekend. It's going to be a hot one.
Come and gone without much of a hint of the madness yet to come.
The movie Dark Knight Rises just getting underway at theaters across the metro area.
This midnight was like most.
Tonight, the low is going to dip down to around 68, and currently it's 79.
You know, it was actually like most other nights for us.
We had multiple people in the waiting room, 10 or 15 in the waiting room, I think.
And we were actually on divert status.
Very busy, very crowded.
Meaning that ambulances weren't actually supposed to come to our hospital unless there was actually some sort of trauma or critical emergency.
23 of our beds were already taken.
Just a very busy night.
There was simply no way of knowing at 12:37 a.m.
Unit, stand by for a tower.
what 12:38 a.m. might bring.
Permission to start taking some of these victims via car. I got a whole bunch of people shot out here, no rescue.
Just let me know what hospitals you're taking them to so we can give them a heads up.
And he actually had said mass casualty setting.
They're telling me at least 5.
Shots fired over at the movie theater.
Uh-oh, this is actually something very, very different than what we've ever experienced.
This is serious.
What can I do? Where do you need me?
And I think that's one of the things we all said was that we just shifted into gear.
Police cruisers became impromptu ambulances.
Yeah, load them up, get them in cars, get them out of here.
As they sped away from the scene. University of Colorado Hospital's ER, already technically full, received its first patient at 1:06 a.m.
So all we saw was just the police car pulling up into the ambulance bay, and then another one, and then another one.
And I'm like, this is not good.
Sir, unfortunately, no, we're using any available hospital at this point.
My colleagues who've been in war had said it's actually very similar to what you would see in kind of a battleground, actually.
I held a abdomen in my hand and I was like, what in the world is going on?
Do I have everything I need to save this person's life?
The fact that the police brought him in, that saved time. Getting him up to OR saved time.
A trauma room designed for 2 patients held 4.
Things were going full gear.
A hallway designed for 0 patients held half a dozen. One patient urged Becky Davis to take care of other patients.
And I'd stop by and I'd tell them, sorry, you're in the hallway. We're going to get you, you're going to get taken care of.
Davis, the ER's charge nurse seen in this surveillance photo, was the director of a production without precedent.
It just was a constant work in progress.
And I'm thinking,
Suzanne Sortman
does the blood bank know? Do I have enough housekeepers? Do I have enough instrument techs?
helped prep 6 operating rooms.
I actually think it's still soaking in. I'll have days and periods of time when I'll say, wow, I can't believe this just happened.
A hospital that normally receives 1 or 2 gunshot victims a week received 15 gunshot victims in less than an hour. This one had shotgun pellets everywhere.
So we had gunshot wounds to the head, to the neck, to the belly, to the chest, people with like guts hanging out.
There was one kid that asked, he had to go to surgery, and I explained to him it was going to be a little bit because, we'd already just sent 4 people to the operating room, and he asked me if he was going to die. And I was like, you are not going to die, you're going to make it through it.
And one by one, doctors, nurses, EMTs, surgical techs, paramedics, people trained to save lives, saved life after life after life.
And I think, the process of grieving has been really challenging for us in the emergency department because we're hardened folks, right? We're used to seeing anything and everything. And I think that night has kind of broken a lot of us in a way.
Why? I think that's the biggest question for me is why.
Why?
Copy. All available units respond to the theater.
Every patient brought to university's packed ER with a pulse left with a pulse.
It's the only reason I come back.
A miracle happened that night.
Madness undoubtedly followed midnight that night.
No more nights like that.
I will remember that night forever.
I don't want to experience that again.
No, nothing I ever want to do again.
Yet here they also learned
Just notify all the hospitals.
that one's response to it
This will be a forever thing.
is how a life in medicine
This doesn't go away.
is often measured.
I'm extremely proud of what the University of Colorado Hospital did that night.
With photojournalist Chris Hansen, Chris Vanderveen, 9 News.